What's up? Can you hear me now? Hopefully all of you turned up your volume and I just blew your speakers. Christine is on point here. All my jokes, they're gone. It was ruined. There we go. How is everybody today? We doing good? All right. So all of you are probably wondering what I was pointing at the screen for. I might just leave you guessing for a minute. In fact, I think I'm going to. What was that? It was super important. It was super interesting. And it's critical to what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. But I'm not going to tell you right now. You're going to have to stay tuned for a little while. All right. Today, I'm super excited about today. Let me get this one up. We're going to be talking about Mother's Day. We're going to be talking about scaling. We're going to be talking about what is going on today with Mother's Day. We're also going to do a little bit of a recap of some sessions we did a while ago. So I did kind of a crash course on how to make this shine on game work, how to make print on demand work. And I shared some of the deepest, most valuable tips and tricks that you can find in 2 sessions, right? Today, we're going to do kind of a recap. This is probably up there with one of the most valuable Coffee with Michaels I've ever done. I mean, really, the content in it is literally worth millions. In fact, I made a slide for it. What you're going to learn today is literally worth millions, literally. I paid tons of money in courses, not to mention in my own money running ads and things like that to figure this out. I've talked to a lot of other people who have had success in this space. They all agree with me. This is the key to success. And I'm going to teach it to you today for free, right? This is a free mini course that we should literally be charging for. I mean, we could charge for. I would pay a lot of my own money for what I'm going to teach you today. So get out your pens, get out your notepads, pull up Notepad on your Windows machine or whatever you're using, and make sure you're paying attention and take notes. Take notes, okay? All right. This is the best Coffee with Michael this week, maybe the best one this year. This is the thing that makes the whole world go round. It brings us to world peace. It lowers your CPMs. It increases your conversion rate. It connects us together as humanity. It ushers in world peace. It makes angels in heaven weep. This sets your weekend off. It gets better. It kicks the whole thing off, right? And we like to start with a digital marketer's toast. And many of you report after the digital marketer's toast that you feel tingles every week, that you have ailments in your body that get cured, that money gets deposited in your bank account from out of nowhere, right? That you suddenly get good news, right? Many of you report that to me literally every week. Raise up your glasses, mugs, bottles, and flasks. Join me now for the Digital Marketer's Toast. Here's to more conversions, more cash, cheap CPMs, and lower CACs, higher CTRs, much higher CVRs to enable ad accounts and big bank accounts, upsells, downsells, and cross-sells, to winning products and repeat sales, to the thing that everybody knows. The riches are in the niches, but also your email flows. Are you ready? Drink, everybody. There we go. I've got some light roasted Ethiopian here. That's how we do it. You guys feeling that? Are you feeling tingles? If you felt tingles, let me know in the chat. If you felt tingles, let me know in the chat. All right. All right. Let's talk about my little finger wag here at the beginning. While I'm doing it, like the post, drop some emojis, comments. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. Do all that fun stuff. We need it. We like it here. Okay, so the little finger wag I did. So I was talking about sales. So I see all the sales from all the sellers. And I would say that kind of throughout April so far, we've been doing this kind of thing where we're kind of bouncing back and forth. We're slowly on an uptrend, but it hasn't been feverish, right? This last week changed everything. I would say probably at the end, like the last half of last week is where things really ticked off, but we started to hockey puck. I mean, I took a screenshot of our sales and I posted it internally on our team Slack yesterday. And it's like the sales just boom. They just like literally do that. It looks like a falsified chart almost. The sales are starting to take off, right? So if you're new, if you haven't caught a winner yet, hang in there. Hang in there. The sales are picking up. You want to be testing right now. You want to be testing right now because people are in buying mode. People are in buying mode. Okay. Let me just take a look here at the comments. Christina says, I got the toast memorized. I do. I worked really, really hard at that. I haven't memorized this week. We'll see if I haven't memorized next week, though. I am one of those people that I can't really remember names. I kind of forget family members' names sometimes. I go to the debit card machine, and even though I've used my PIN number 1,000 times, I'll just completely forget it. I don't know. My brain short-circuited back there somewhere. So we'll see if I remember it next time. All right. We got some coffee or popcorn. Yeah. Way to be. Sheila, earlier this month, I rewatched the 2 you did last year. They were gold. I'm excited for today. Thank you. Hey, appreciate hearing that. Shoot me an IM. I'd like to know which 2 you watched or rewatched rather and got so much value out of. All right. Where are my tinglies? Where are my tinglies? Nobody got tinglies? That's not true. You're just hiding it. All right. Let's get into it. So testimonials. If you get featured here, you got some swag coming your way. So it's pretty cool, right? Let's cheer these people on. Let's be part of their success. It's fun. Oh, here we go. Gary got tingles. That's what I'm talking about. Facebook user got tingles. I told you. Goosebumps, tingles. Suddenly you'll get good news. Trust me, watch for it this weekend and you'll notice it. Powerful stuff, this Coffee with Michael and the Digital Marketer's Toast. Okay, Miriam, first sale. Happy sales, everybody. $39.95. Congratulations, Miriam. That's amazing. Love to see your first sale, especially online. It's life-changing stuff. Gary Hare hit a major milestone. First $1,000 day. First $1,000 day. Congrats, Gary. Gary was just here in the chat. In fact, Gary said he felt some tingles. Look at that. Participating in the Digital Marketer's Toast. He's getting tingles. He's hitting his first $1,000 day. That's what I'm talking about. All right. We should charge at the door. Anyway, Gary, you've got some swag coming your way. Danielle, I apologize. Finally did it. First sale after 3.5 months of patience. That's what I'm talking about. It's patience. It's tenacity. You have to understand this as a skill set, and it takes time to build it, right? It takes time to build it. Instant riches are not a real thing, okay? They're not real. However, this is a skill that if you develop, it will have outsized returns, right? The returns on just developing this skill will be exponential, okay? You can learn one nugget and increase the results you see in your campaigns by tenfold. Right? That's what's so amazing about digital marketing and what we're doing here. Okay. Hooray. Made my first sale with Shine On via Etsy. Robert, congratulations. Thanks for sharing. Got some swag coming your way. You want some swag yourself? Drop a post in the group. I'd like to see some value posts this week. I want to see some new milestones, sales milestones, people hitting $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, maybe your first $100,000. I want to see tips and tricks about what's working for you on TikTok and Facebook. Please drop them in the Facebook group. If you get picked, we're going to send you some swag. Okay? And our swag is amazing. It is amazing, by the way. I'm wearing some right now, actually. This awesome tie-dye Shine On hoodie. Nobody does swag like we do swag. All right. You don't want to miss out. Latest news. We got a new add-on, a new upsell. It's pretty awesome. It's the Rose Bear. Look at this thing. It's pretty big too. I wish there was something in this image to kind of give you an idea of the scale here. But I think this whole thing is like a foot tall or something like that. It comes in like a box. I mean, this is a really, really nice upsell. So it's only available in the USA. This is a test. By the way, this sold really, really well for Mother's Days in the past. Jim has sold millions of dollars worth of these Rose Bears right here. These Rose Bears right here. And just, again, to put it in perspective, we're not talking about like a little thing here. I mean, this thing's like almost a foot tall or something like that. All the specs are on the product page, so you're going to want to go check that out. We only have 500 of these. We do expect them to sell quickly, so you're going to need to pay attention to the inventory on it. It's red synthetic roses with a black ribbon. You can kind of see the ribbon right here. It comes in a clear plastic gift box, and the base cost is $23.60. This is because of shipping. This bear is it's big and it's interesting. We'll put it that way. The suggested selling price on this, now again, this is an upsell. This is not a hero product, right? So the goal is to just maximize your AOV, get as much money out of the buyer as you possibly can. The suggested selling prices are $29.99 to $39.99. We have seen it go for $39.99, right? So at $39.99, you're looking at $17 extra in profit. At $29.99, you're looking at, what is that, $6.40 in profit, right? So just any extra money can make the difference between a campaign that winning and a losing campaign. So you're going to want to go check this out. Now, very important, in Shopify, you're going to have to actually add this as its own product and then build it into an upsell funnel, like a post-purchase funnel. It's not going to be available in the add-ons screen. We had to do this one a little bit differently because of the way shipping works on it. So again, go look at the product page and you'll learn more about that. All right, coming soon, got a little teaser for you. What could it be? This is our newest jewelry product right around the corner. Everybody's excited for this. This one's been requested a lot. So I think you're going to have great success with it. Great success. Shipping cutoffs for Mother's Day. We have April 28th for graphic pendants. We have May 1st for engrave only, 2nd of May for message cards, and then 28th of April for wall art, for the metal art. All right, so message cards, which is what's the top selling product right now, May 2nd. You can sell those the longest. I'm going to share with you our top selling products here in a little bit. Stay tuned. If you want some coaching, coaching.shineon.com, coaching.shineon.com. Again, I think Kirsta, this gentleman right here, is probably one of the best TikTok marketers in the world right now, top 5 at least. Here are just some screenshots of some numbers that he's put up. And then here's kind of a testimonial from Washington Helps. He implemented a new TikTok strategy that he learned from Kirsta in the coaching group. He implemented it literally right here, and you can see how his scale took off right afterwards. So great coaching, coaching.shineon.com if you're interested. Also, we've launched a new scaling program, right? So you can do Shine On Scaling with Mario Menduni. Essentially, if you're new, if you've never scaled before, if you have a winning product and you want to know how to scale it, having an experienced person come in and kind of help you with that can literally make the difference between you being able to scale to, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, maybe $100,000, and being able to scale to $1 million, right? Just a few nuggets of information that individual has, because they've done it more than you, can literally 10x your campaign. So we've offered this as a service, Shine On Scaling with Mario. If you want help scaling your campaigns, shineonscalingwithmario.com to set up a call. shineonscalingwithmario.com to set up a call. Shots of Espresso, they're getting good. You're going to find those in the Facebook group. If you click featured up at the top, you're going to see all of our Shots of Espresso, Coffee with Michael's, new product releases, all the good stuff. It's all right there. Go check it out. You definitely want to check out this week's Shot of Espresso, though. Jim has been putting out some bombs lately. They're amazing. Go check those out. They don't get nearly enough views, people. They really don't. Everybody hangs out with Coffee with Michael. I know I'm kind of good looking. I'm funny. We share amazing tips and tricks. You have the Digital Marketers Toast, which makes everything better. I understand that, but go check out the Shots of Espresso too. We got to show Jim some love, and the quality of information there is it literally is course level stuff. I mean, it's stuff that's usually behind a paywall. So go check it out. It's really good stuff. And Jim knows, I mean, this guy's driven, I don't know how many millions of dollars of revenue this guy's driven, but it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay. All right. You guys ready? Are you guys ready? Let me know in the chat here. I'm going to kind of get caught up on the comments here a little bit. Sandy, I'm blown away. Those numbers keep going up every week, every day. What numbers? I don't remember. Let's see here. Got the chicken bumps. David Mackey, way to go. The chicken bumps. I like those. Here's a great question. Why'd you take down the video of Kirsta doing the TikTok thing? There was something in there we needed to edit out. We took it down. We got to edit it out. It's going to be uploaded today. You'll see it on YouTube. If you look this weekend, you'll find it on YouTube. Yeah, we're going to bring that back. Don't worry. We're also going to kind of cover some of that in today's Coffee with Michael. So if you want kind of a repeat, you're in the right place. Let's see. Can you please tell us some trending niches and the name? You're going to learn a lot in today's Coffee with Michael. Stay tuned. Let's go. Let's go. Jim Carmilla is awesome. Ready? Yes, yes, yes. Hearts. Ready. Fire. Ready. Hearts. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Sales numbers. All right. You guys ready? Let's get into it. We're going to go through this quick because, again, some of this is a little bit of a repeat, but it's so important. I wanted to spend the time on it. Okay. This is literally, guys, sales are taking off. These are the fundamentals you need. If you can learn what I teach you today, this is the key to success in all of print on demand every single holiday, right? If you can learn what I'm going to teach you today, this is literally the one thing you need to do over and over and over again to hit the sales that you desire. I'm not kidding on that. I'm not kidding on that. This is the baseline. This is the foundation upon which everything else is built. All right. Every living person has a mother. Mother's Day, May 8th, right? This is the one you want to be focused on right now. This is the big kahuna. USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and is that it? USA, Australia, Canada, New Zealand. Yeah, those are the big ones. Those are the big ones. Focus on that. May 8th. May 8th is Mother's Day this year. May 2nd is the shipping cutoff, okay? This is the big one. This is like Christmas in spring, okay? All right. You can see kind of a demand. This is from 2021. You can see demand for Mother's Day gifts kind of tick off here, right? We're over here somewhere, right? We're already in kind of the up curve. We did notice Mother's Day sales started late this year compared to previous years. So if you've been struggling a little bit, everybody has, okay? I think it's because Easter last year was 2 weeks in front of Mother's Day, and it wasn't this year. It was like 2 weeks later. Not positive on that, but we think that might be what's going on. So the sales came a little bit late, but I'm telling you, they're ticking up very, very aggressively. Total expected Mother's Day spend for 2022 is $24 billion. Another way of saying that is $24,000 million. Okay. It's a staggering amount of money. All of this is going to be pouring into e-commerce, retail, dinners for moms, things like that. A lot of money is about to be spent on all of our wonderful mothers across the world. Okay. $24 billion. And this was just US, by the way, just US. So do you think you can get 1,000 of this $24 billion? Or what about 10,000 or 100,000, right? 100,000 puts you like right here, right? Right here, these first 6 digits. Or what about 500,000? I mean, you're still in the first 6 digits of all of this spend. Okay. Do you think you can get that? Guys, there's so much money pouring into the market. You cannot fathom it. You cannot fathom it. Sometimes people ask, hey, is the market too saturated? There's no way that's possible with this amount of money pouring into it. Okay. The pie is absolutely massive. It's just that the pie only belongs to the action takers. Okay. You can't be upset with the results you didn't get because of the actions you didn't take. Right. So let's go. All right. $24,000 million. Staggering. It's ridiculous. Mother's Day order volume. This is last year. Okay. We started to see the tick up here. This year, we're starting to see the tick up back here. Right. So again, we've got this latency in the scale. We have seen things kind of slowly climbing over the last few weeks, but I'm telling you, probably end of last week, things did this. I mean, they just like started to really take off. In fact, in the sales peak, the peak looks sharper this year than it did last year. I mean, it's going more vertical. It's parabolic almost. It's guys, now is the time. Do not sleep on this. Sales are happening right now. This $24 billion is pouring into the market now. Now, all you got to do is hold out your hands, right, into the rain to catch some of this. That's all you've got to do. It's raining money, people. All you need is an open bucket and stick it out there and you'll catch some money. I'm telling you, this is falling on the market right now, right now. All right, niches. This is where you want to focus, okay? You've got mothers, you've got mom, right? Mom is a little too late. Ignore that. Bonus moms, unbiological moms, mother-in-law, mom-to-be, stepmothers, grandmothers, daughters, bonus daughters. Okay, one more thing. The daughter stuff is working well. The wife stuff is still working well, right? Keep in mind that husbands need to buy gifts for their wives, even though their wives are also moms. That's got to happen, okay? So that is working really well right now. Daughters and husband-wife stuff. So do not sleep on those. General rule of thumb, the more specific the niche, the higher the buying intent, but the smaller the audience. So what that means is you go after stepmothers, there might be somebody that's just looking for a gift for stepmoms, right? However, it's and they're going to see your message card that says stepmoms. They're going to be all about it, right? But the thing is you've narrowed you pigeonholed yourself into just stepmoms, right? And there are going to be fewer people looking for just stepmom than looking for mom, right? That's kind of the idea behind the general rule of thumb here. The more specific the niche, the higher the buying intent, which might be a good trade-off, but the smaller the audience. Okay. All right. Phrase research. You need to build a phrase bank. First of all, hang on, before I get into it, everybody with me here? Any questions? Everybody with me? Everybody with me. It's not too late. That's right. That's right. Is it too late to get in for Mother's Day? Absolutely freaking not. Absolutely not. No. You're thinking about this all wrong, okay? You need to flip that around. Really, you just need to be taking action every day. Guys, this is a time for everybody to let go of your doubts. This is a mindset thing. Let go of your doubts. Turn that into action. Turn that anxious energy into action. Start taking action or you cannot see results. You can't analyze this forever. You can't sit on the sidelines and watch what everybody else is doing. You can't sit here and be worried that like it's saturated or you see somebody copying your product. No, none of that. This is no more excuses, right? Take responsibility for your own life and go out there and get it. Go out there and get what you want, right? Take some massive action. By the way, I was not directing that at Facebook user. I'm just speaking generally. Speaking generally here. All right. Let's see. Loud and clear. I asked everybody they're still with me. Loud and clear. Gail says, I'm going to get my piece this year. Absolutely. Let's do it. Gail made some mom TikTok gold last night, I think. Can't wait to see the sales. There you go. I love it. Love it. Laura, with me? Tasha? I think that's Tasha. I hope I'm saying that right. With me? Yes. Let's go. All right. Here's one quick question. Should you stop advertising after May 2nd because it's cut off? I don't think you should, right? You may need to dial down the campaigns. But what you need to do is go to your website. Here's what I like to do for Christmas or whatever. I always go to the page and I say, hey, I put like in red font at the very top of my product description, I'll put, it may not get there by Christmas anymore, but the shipping's on us. May not get there by Christmas, but the shipping's on us. Right? You add that to the text, that converts, baby. That converts. Okay? All right. Let's go. Facebook user has me on loudspeakers. Dig it. Okay, phrase research. The goal of your phrase research is to build a phrase bank. Okay, so you need to be organized. Okay? Organized. Take this seriously. Treat it like a business. Treat it like another skill that you want to learn or hobby you find important. Okay? You need to create a phrase bank. It can be in Excel. It can be anywhere you want. This is a screenshot of Trello where we were creating a phrase bank a while ago. And you can see we got all these phrases in here. We've got some labels on them. The labels indicate the niche that the phrase belongs to. You can also see we kind of broke some things up. They're not entire phrases. Sometimes we broke up the phrases into little parts, but we built phrase banks. Okay? You need to build something like this. All right? It's not optional. Build some. If you want to succeed, build something like this. It can be in Excel, Trello. It can be in Microsoft Word. If you're old-fashioned, it can be on pen and paper. Sticky notes. It doesn't matter. You need to be building a phrase bank. Where can you find phrases for your phrase bank? Everywhere. Excuse me, everywhere. All right? There's no excuse not to have phrases. There are endless videos. I've made a gajillion of them on phrase research. You can find them on YouTube. They're everywhere, okay? Let's just open our eyes and find them. Pinterest. You can go in there, type mother quotes, wife quotes, daughter quotes. funny phrase, mother phrases, mother memes. Okay. And you're looking for stuff that's been shared a lot or that you're seeing repeated over and over again. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Google Shopping is another place. Hallmark. Go to Target, look at Hallmark cards. Go to hallmark.com, find some stuff there. Try not to use anything that's intellectual property, trademarked, or copyrighted, though. You're going to have to be a little bit careful. I'll give you some tips on how to do that in a minute. Amazon's another good place. You can see reviews. You can see what's selling really well. Take advantage of that. Google Trends is another fantastic place to go to get phrases. Etsy is a great place to go to get phrases. One moment. Sorry, guys. Okay, my apologies. Etsy is a great place to get phrases. Google is another great place, or Google Images. Okay, you can see a bunch of phrases in there too. eBay is a good place. Facebook's another good place. AdSpy, this is a paid tool where you can see other people's ads and stuff. Great place to find phrases. And then Shopify, other Shopify stores. I've got a little tip and a trick for you here. Let me see if I got it in here later. I don't. I'll cover it right now. If you go to Google and you type site:shopify.com, and then after that, you write something out, you can find these, right? You can find these. So if you do site:shopify.com and you type Mother's gift, Mother's Day gift, Mother's Day necklace, something like that, it will just search Shopify stores and it will give you a bunch of results. It's a super hack, okay? All right. Okay, sorry everybody about that. Okay, let's go. Spotting a winner on Etsy. If you type "to my mother-in-law," it's going to give you a bunch of results here. And what you're looking for are phrases that repeat. You're looking for the bestseller tag, things like that. Okay, you can see right here: bestseller, 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 bestseller. Look, they're always changing algorithms and all kinds of stuff like this. So it may not say the bestseller tag anymore. They've been messing with that lately, but it's fine. You're just looking for phrases that repeat over and over again. That's the important part. I wanted to give a big shout out to Chris Blair for this tip. He said, don't start on page 1, go to like page 5, go to page 6, go to page 7, something like that. Start there and then do your research onwards from there, right? Go really deep with it because everybody else is starting on page 1. So you're going to get the same results as all of your competitors if you just stay there on page 1. Page 1. All right. So start at page 5. Okay, next, spotting a winner. Spotting a winner, recent reviews. So on Amazon, right, you can see which products have the most reviews, right? That'll tell you if the phrase is resonating with people, but also click into the product pages on Etsy and Amazon, go to the reviews, see which ones are the most recent, have the most recent reviews, because that tells you if it's still selling or not. That's telling you if it's still selling or not. Oh, hang on. Let me, I see something here. Donna, can you tell a Shopify hack again? It didn't work. Is site.shopify.com. You need a space here. It's site. It needs to be Google, first of all. Site:shopify.com space Mother's Day. That should work. Put a space there and then type the search term and it should work for you. Adam recommends the same thing. Okay. All right. So spotting a winner. This is on Google Images. Type Mother's Day phrases. And again, you're looking for phrases that repeat. Here's a repeat. Here's a repeat. Here's a repeat. Here's a repeat. It tells you that it's resonating with people. People are liking it. They're picking it up. They're buying it, that kind of thing. This is what you need to have your eye out for. Okay. Then finally, I want to give a shout out to Anna Beck here for this one. This is an amazing way to get phrases. It's absolutely dynamite. Just type "open letter to my mom," "open letter to my wife," that kind of thing. You can get a bunch of amazing ideas and concepts and phrases there. Also, again, you can't steal intellectual property. Don't take things that are copywritten or trademarked. But songs are also excellent. Again, do not use the lyrics verbatim. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks about how to take something that's gold and kind of rewrite it into something that's your own. Those are amazing though too. You can get a lot of great stuff from songs. All right, is everybody with me? Everybody still with me here? Let me see some love in the chat. What was the most valuable? What's your favorite place to do phrase research? Let's see it in the chat. Let's see it in the chat. Let's see it in the chat, guys. What's your favorite place to do phrase research? Ooh, Facebook user. This is a good point. MyShopify.com. That is correct. It's site colon myshopify.com. Site colon myshopify.com space then the search term. Yep. You are right. Okay, Adam says this is gold. Appreciate it. Hallmark.com. You got it. Etsy, that's a good one. Love songs. Yeah, there's a lot of gold. A lot of gold in love songs. Pinterest. Pinterest was my go-to for a really long time. Google, a mixture of them all. I think really probably at the end of the day, this is the only right answer. You kind of just have to be out there. You got to kind of constantly keep your antenna up looking for stuff. My favorite's Pinterest. Thank you, Sabrina. With you, my brain, Google. Love songs. All right, let's go. Okay, writing a winner. Again, people, these are the skill. If you learn this, you will dominate in print on demand, okay? Because the key to success in print on demand is creating a winning product. And I'm telling you, it starts with the phrase, right? At least in our line of business, it 100% starts with the phrase, okay? We're going to get all into that here. Characteristics of a winning phrase. Okay, uses the greeting card format. Notice how it says, to my wife, love your husband. You would definitely at least need the greeting on here. The to my wife part. You can sometimes skip the salutation. It must move people emotionally. I'm going to talk about that more in a minute, but this is the key. This is everything right here. You got to move people emotionally or it doesn't work, right? The only reason you tune in to Coffee with Michaels every week is because that digital marketer's toast, because it makes your heart feel warm and good inside, right? That's the emotional. I'm tickling your emotions a little bit with that. You got to do the same thing with your phrase. Every phrase needs a little digital marketer's toast, a little dopamine kick, something that moves people emotionally. It's the phrase that pays, baby. We're going to be talking about that more in a second. And then phrase length. It's got to be short enough that it's easily read on mobile, but long enough that it has emotional impact. So it can't be so short that it falls flat, but it can't be so long it's difficult to read on mobile. All right. If they cry, they'll buy. If they feel, it's real. Look, that one's Joe. Let's do it. If they cry, they'll buy. If they feel, it's real. It's the phrase that pays. All right. You guys should have this burned again. I want to see a tattoo of one of these days. No, I'm kidding. Please don't do that. But if you did, I don't know. You definitely get some swag for that. We'll put it that way. All right. If they cry, they'll buy. You can make them feel literally any emotion. It does not matter. Any emotion is on the table here. So make them sad. If that's what you want to do to get them to buy, make them sad. There's lots of memorial and remembrance products that literally the reason they work is because it makes people feel their grief again for why a loved one or how a loved one is no longer there, right? It might make them tear, or it could be a happy memory too, right? But I'm guessing that a lot of what kind of activates that, it's just putting people back in touch with their grief again when they've lost a loved one, okay? But so sadness, you can make them feel that. Happy cry, okay? This is big in the husband to wife or the romantic niches. You know, there's something lovey-dovey and whatever on the phrase, and it lands, and it's super emotional, and you know, you got some tears going. Laughter. Believe it or not, this does work on the message cards, and I think the big reason it works is because it's a departure from all this other stuff, right? So, you know, it's a necklace. People expect it to be sentimental, emotional, and that kind of thing. And then when you hit them with something funny, it's unexpected, okay? And we've seen top sellers use funny before, so this can work. Anger is a good one too. You see anger used a lot on T-shirts and mugs, and it's usually political. When you touch on anger, you can do the same thing with necklaces and with jewelry. You just got to be creative about it. And then finally, love. So this is where, you know, it kind of ties into this happy cry thing, but it's about, you know, like, look, in the romantic space, a lot of times people have trouble putting words to their feelings, expressing them, right? And if you can help do that, you kind of tap into this love thing here. But anyway, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter the emotion, all right? You can make them feel anything, but that's the key to getting them by. Like it's a necessary prerequisite. You have to make them feel if you want them to buy, okay? So you've got, again, it's you got to put a little digital marketer's toast in every one of your message cards, every one of your phrases. It needs to have kind of a punchline that jerks at the heartstrings. Okay. All right. All right. Everybody with me? What are you feeling right now? What are you feeling right now? I want some feelings in the chat right now. What are you feeling right now? Why are you still watching this? Okay. Give me some feelings right now to memorialize this. If they cry, they'll buy. If they feel, it's real. It's the phrase that pays, right? What emotions are you sensing right now? Let's get in touch with those real quick, real quick. All right. We've got excitement, lots of excitement. Uh-oh, Joe is frustrated. Uh-oh. What's going on, Joe? We've got some sparkly hearts, excitement, inspired. Let's do it. Some party hats. Is that what that is? Pretty sure it's a party hat. Excited. Lucky. Is lucky an emotion? It can be today. Can be today on Coffee with Michael Day. Excited. We've got some crazies going on. That's okay. I didn't mean to click this one, but let's look at it. Shine on focus on gift giving, but what about the customers who just want to buy the jewelry for themselves? Will you offer products without MasterCard? Yes. We've actually been talking about that internally. I don't want to get into that here because we're in the groove, but the short answer is yes. There's a longer answer too, though. So it's not going to be next week, but keep your eyes peeled. Let's see here. Joe says, I understand the frustrated. Well, there's going to be some Q&A at the end of this, and I want to hear more about it, everybody. All right. Enthusiastic. Let's do it. Let's go. Facebook user here is tagging friends. Uh-oh. You just gave me an idea. We're going to be tagging some people maybe in the next one. All right. Let's keep going. Franken phrases. So you got your phrase bank. Okay, I just literally gave you the key to creating winning phrases. Okay, so you've got your phrase bank back here. Whoop, right here, right? I just told you how to create winning phrases right here. This is the key to literally everything. Now, what do you do with it? Well, you want to write a winning phrase. There's a few different methods for how you can do that. First of all, you can use the Franken phrases method, right? Where you take your phrase bank and you kind of start stacking things on top of each other to create a unique phrase that nobody's ever seen before. So I'm going to give you an example. So here are five complete phrases. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what we did here in this example was we took a little part of each of the phrases and then stacked them on top of each other. So you can see we took this section of this phrase, this section of this phrase, and then this whole part of this last one. That created this unique phrase. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, remember whose daughter you are and straighten your crown. I love you for the girl you were, the special woman you are today, and the wonderful daughter you'll always be. After all, you're the first person to know what my heart sounded like from the inside. Now, that's gold. That's gold. It's probably a little bit long, but that's good. That's good. That'll pull on some heartstrings, people. That's how you do it. That is how you do it right there. Franken phrases. That's method 1. Method 2, rewrite the phrase multiple times. So if you're using something from Hallmark, from a song, anything that's got intellectual property or is copyrighted, something like that, you're going to want to do some rewriting on it. Now, interestingly enough, you don't have to do severe rewrites. They don't have to be dramatic. You just have to change it a little bit so it doesn't look like the original and you're good. So this came from Matt Schmidt. Matt Schmidt had this idea. He basically said what he likes to do is he has the original phrase and he'll literally just rewrite it over and over again, like 5 or 10 times until he has something completely like in his own voice, right? So here's your original. You might rewrite it and shorten it. Then you might rewrite it again to lengthen it, that kind of thing. The big goal here is every single phrase has like a hook and a punchline. You need to make sure you reserve the integrity of the phrase. You need to make sure you maintain that punchline in the phrase. So don't rewrite the punchline out of it. You don't want to do that. You've over edited it if you lose the punchline. You want to keep the punchline. Now, it probably needs to be in different words, but you want to keep that punchline because that is what's making it land emotionally, okay? So you're going to have to do this, and you're going to have to do this while keeping in mind this, okay? Remember, this here is the necessary precondition for making sales, all right? So while you do this and this, these are tactics, you have to have this. This is the foundation everything gets built on, okay? All right, let's roll. Another idea, if you're not good at this part, right, rewriting the phrase over and over again, if that's, not you, that's okay. You can go to Upwork and you can actually pay a writer to do it. So you can pay a writer like, I don't know, 10 or 20 bucks and have them rewrite the phrase, give them $1 each time, something like that. Mario suggested, if I remember right, he said the whole pay a writer an hourly rate. So like 10 bucks an hour or 15 or 20 bucks an hour. And then he'll just see how many times they can rewrite it in an hour to see if they're any good. And this is how he tests different writers. So there's lots of different tips and tricks and tactics here. You just need to be creative. Okay. Keep an open mind, be creative. Look, the phrase is 90% of a winning product. This is the truth right here. Okay. It's not ads. It's not your Shopify store. It's not how cool your logo is. All right. It's not your store name. It's the phrase. It is the phrase. The phrase is literally 90% of a winning product. This is the truth, people. I've seen this over and over and over and over again. I had a phrase some years ago that I thought I'd squeezed all the life out of, and I gave it to a friend, and that friend went on to get $2 or $3 million more revenue out of it after I had stopped. I'm telling you, the phrase is everything. It is literally everything in this business. Okay. So we're going to pause here. I'm not going anywhere else. I want you to start tagging some of your friends here. Do you have a friend? Do you know somebody in the Shine On community that needs to be watching this right now, that needs to be learning this? I want you to tag them right now. I need to see you tagging some people in the group. Now, I realize I'm not sure if Facebook will let you tag people outside the group, but I'm sure you've got some friends. If you've been through a challenge that Tammy hosts or something like that, I'm sure you got some friends here. Let's see you tagging some people. Let's go. Let's go. All right, we've got some online writing tool discussion here. Here's one from Tammy. You can also use onlinerandomtools.com/shuffle lines to randomize your lines of phrases. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't even know that was a website. That sounds pretty interesting. Okay, let's see. Come on, people. Let's get some more in here. Let's start tagging some folks. You got to know somebody. Tag each other if you have to. I'm not moving. Gary Hare tagged me. I suppose that's acceptable. Sabrina tagged Angela. The problem is, so this is an interesting thing about print on demand. It's a little bit of a lonely game, isn't it? Because probably you don't know very many people in real life that are also doing this. You are in fact, if I'm describing you, give me a little hand emoji in the chat. Hand emoji in the chat if I'm describing you here. That you don't have anybody in real life that's also doing this on this journey with you. No friends, no family members. It's all kind of people that you've met online, right? It's communities that you've joined. Give me a hand in the chat if I'm describing you right now. Right now. We've got Gwen. My wife and I, Facebook user. Yeah, that's awesome. If if that happens for you. We got Laura, Daniel, Facebook user, lots of Facebook users, Raquel. Yeah. Yep. Look at this. Yeah, that's the interesting thing about this game. And that's why we focus on community so much here at Shine On, and why we do the challenges, which Tammy so bravely and courageously and skillfully runs. Challenges are a great place to go and meet some people and get on a buddy system and kind of connect with some other folks in the group, so you're not out there alone in outer space. But I'd also encourage you right here. This is a safe space here at the Coffee with Michaels in Shine On. Message each other, get on some buddy systems. One of the things that kept me going when I was first getting into this game was having 2 or 3 or 4 online friends that were also doing it. We had a Facebook, at the time we were using a Skype group. We had a Skype group with 2 or 3 people, and we were all selling together. You can do Facebook Messenger for that. There's a lot of tools out there, but I'd highly encourage you, find some people, 2, 3 other folks that look like they're on this journey with you, and get a little messenger chat going with them and just, talk. Share tips and tricks and unique videos that you saw. Take a screenshot of this and drop it in the chat. I highly encourage everybody to do that. Everybody do that. There's so many hands in here. You know that would be beneficial. Let's see here. Sheila says Tammy is a rock star with challenges. Absolutely, Tammy is. Laura, Tammy is awesome. Quick shout out to Tammy too. We did a poll yesterday. We asked everybody in the company, I think, who they found most helpful. It was something like that. And Tammy won the vote. She won the vote. She was voted as most helpful in the company. Robin Lambo was second to that. You guys don't know Robin, but she helps me with a ton of stuff in the company. Anyway, quick shout out to them. All right. I love the buddy system. Well, maybe we can do this more seriously for everybody. Maybe we will figure that out. Okay, let's go. 90% of the phrase is winning product. Give me some 90%. 90%. 90%. I'm not going to wait for it. But if this hits, this is hitting home and you're with me, give me some 90% in the chat. Let's go. All right, design creation. So again, you can't go anywhere without a phrase, right? You got to get the phrase. It's got to be emotional. A winning product literally depends on it. It's life or death after this point. Nothing saves you beyond this point, okay? Facebook ads aren't going to do it. A pop and design isn't going to do it. Nothing else is going to save you if you don't get this part right. This is literally the key to everything. You need to focus on this. You need to focus on this. All right, design. Depending on the budget and skill set, there are several options for you to create your own designs. You can use Adobe Photoshop. This is my go-to. I've been using this since I was like 14. It's just my thing. Photopea is like I think they took Photoshop and basically put it online as they do these days. Canva is super popular. It's free. You can do some really high-end stuff on Canva. Highly recommend you take a look at Canva, especially if you've never used Photoshop or one of these more complex applications. WordSwag. This is a iPhone app, which is pretty cool. I've made message cards on it before. And basically, you can upload an image, like a background image, and it will kind of drop text on there in different formats and fonts. It's kind of neat. PicMonkey is another good one. But Canva is where like Kirsta, who's our all-time bestseller, creates all of his designs, right? So it doesn't need to be fancy, people. It doesn't need to be fancy. Canva is where it's at, though. All right, design creation. Some rules. Keep it simple. Look, the more complex you get with the design, the more likely you are to turn people away from it and turn people off of it. Also, I can't tell you how often the design is actually distracting from the phrase. You do not want that. Keep the design simple. If you're going to have design elements in there, keep them kind of abstract, that kind of thing. You want to make sure the design complements the phrase and doesn't distract from it. Again, distracting from the phrase is like the cardinal sin here. Do not sin in this way. You do not want the design to pull people's time and attention away from the phrase. The design needs to be such that the phrase is not covered or blocked by the jewelry items in the mock-up. So what that means is like you don't want the jewelry to come down and then hang over the phrase. That's bad news bears right there. All right. You do not want to use elements that may turn some buyers away. So, for example, you do not want images of people that have identifiable traits. So what I mean by that is you probably don't want a picture, like if it's a husband to wife thing, you probably don't want a picture of a tall guy in a leather coat with brown hair and white Caucasian skin, and then with a female with, dark hair and also a leather jacket and whatever. You don't want to do those things because the more kind of identifiable traits you have in there, the less likely the buyer is actually going to resonate with it. Because what if they have a different skin tone or different hair color? What if in this relationship the male is not actually taller than the female? I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that can get you sideways if you start doing those kinds of things in your message cards. So don't do them, right? If you're going to have design elements, keep them abstract. All right, use a darker or lighter color background for contrast. So all I mean by this is I've got this value spectrum over here on the right. You want to make sure that you've got good contrast on the message cards and the phrase. You don't want them to wash each other out. So what I'd recommend is pick your background from one side of the color spectrum and then pick your font color on the other side, right? So if your background is over here, you're using something that's more light. You want to make sure the fonts are darker, right? Because you're just wanting contrast so the phrase pops. That's the important part. Okay. Tip. If you go to graphics.shineon.com, graphics.shineon.com, we've got a bunch of free message cards for you. Bunch of free message cards for you. Look, a lot of these has been used. I don't know that I'd necessarily say run out and grab one of these. I would use this as inspiration more than anything. Inspiration more than anything. So we've got a ton of stuff. You can go get ideas. Graphics.shineon.com. Graphics.shineon.com. All right. Using Upwork for design. You can test multiple designers with an actual job. So one of the things I've done in the past is I'll make an Upwork job posting, and I will, in the posting, link to a phrase that I want them to put into a message card, and I make that part of the application process. I literally ask them to send me the message card that they would make with the phrase. And that really allows me to see, it's kind of a try it before you buy it thing, where you can kind of see who's got the skill set you're looking for and who doesn't. And I have found some really incredible designers this way. A few notes on this, though. Look, you could be a total scumbag here and just get a bunch of free designs this way. Don't do that. Don't do that. I am not recommending that. You should feel bad about yourself and lose sleep at night if you do that to people. What I am saying is this is a great way to kind of test the skill set of designers and then choose who you want to go through, right? That's what I'm saying. So if you're going to do this, you better end up paying somebody at the end of it, or else you should feel guilty. Sorry, but that's probably the truth on that. Another place you can go for some really kicking designs is you can go to the Shine On Graphic Design group. Shine On Graphic Design group, if you want to check that out. So in the search bar, do Shine On Graphic Design. It's bad ace. There's a ton of amazing designers in there, and there's a ton of awesome designs. So you're going to want to go check that out. If you find somebody putting out quality work that you like, message them, partner with them, and you can do it. So go check that out. So Upwork.com or the Shine On Graphic Design group. All right. Top selling products. So I wanted to tell you what we're seeing working right now on Mother's Day. By the way, we're not done yet. We're not done. I got some ad stuff we're going to get into in just a second. All right. Top selling products. This is what's working right now for people for Mother's Day. Do you guys want to see it? You guys want to see it? Let me know you're still here with some coffee emojis. Coffee emojis in the chat, please. Coffee emojis in the chat. Let's go. Coffee emojis in the chat. Let's see it. Yes. Coffee. Got some coffees. Let's go. We got 170 people on here. I expect a whole lot more coffee. Let's do it. There we go. All right. Now I'm starting to feel better. We've got some champagne. That is acceptable. Tea is acceptable. There we go. We got some red wine. Is that red wine? Kind of looks like red wine. All right. All right. Let's do it. Pardon me. I'm just going to top off here real quick. Okay. You guys ready for this? Let's go. Top selling products right now for Mother's Day. Where's my pointer? First, Love Knot. This thing is just constantly kicking butt. But if you're trying to figure out which product to sell for Mother's Day, Love Knot is where it's at. Pay no attention to the message card, okay? Just pay attention to the product, all right? This is not a top selling message card right now. But the Love Knot is kicking butt. People like buying this right now. Again, don't forget, it's not just Mother's Day and mom stuff you have to go after, or can go after. You can go after husband to wife, all right? And you can also go after daughter stuff. Husband to wife is a big one because husbands will buy their wives products for Mother's Day. So don't forget that. Love Knot. Alluring Beauty. This is another one that's selling really well for us right now for Mother's Day. It's always a hot product around Mother's Day. So Alluring Beauty. This is another one you want to sell. It's this teardrop looking one. Okay. So Love Knot, Alluring Beauty. And then Eternal Hope. Eternal Hope is starting to take off. We're seeing the sales increase literally every week on Eternal Hope. This one's starting to take off. And then we're also seeing Forever Love. Forever Love is shooting up right now. Forever Love is shooting up right now. So let's go over those one more time. Love Knot, Alluring Beauty, Eternal Hope, and Forever Love. Right? One more time. Love Knot, Alluring Beauty, Eternal Hope, Forever Love. These are the top selling products right now, according to our data. Okay. So if you're going to be testing, test these. Everybody got me? Let me know in the chat right now, what are you going to be testing? You're going to be testing Love Not, Forever Love, Alluring Beauty, or Eternal Hope. Let me know right now in the chat, which of these are you going to be testing? Which one has your eye? Which one has your eye? Let's go. We got some Love Knots, lots of Love Knots, all of them. All of them is look, I'm not picking on you, but it's probably not the best answer. You got to focus a little bit until you get some results. Love Knot, Love Knot. Testing messages. Yeah, Alluring Beauty, Eternal Hope, like it, Alluring Beauty. All of them. Again, it's not that that's an unacceptable answer. It's just that I would focus. I'd just pick one of these and make it work. Make it work. Love Not and Forever Love. Yep, Forever Love, Forever Love, Love Not. Let's go, people. All right. I like it. Love Not. Interlocking Hearts. Look, you can do that, but I am telling you, data right now is saying these are your top sellers. That's what the data says right this minute. These are your top sellers. So you can certainly venture outside of this, but this is what people are buying. That $24,000 million, it's right now we're seeing it dumped into these 4 products, right? Okay. Yeah, I love it. You guys are paying attention. I'm digging it. Okay, let's keep going. Top selling add-ons. Are you guys using add-ons? If you're on Shopify, by the way, you know what? I'm going to take a short detour here. Shopify is where we're seeing our top sellers. This is the truth. If you can get a Shopify store, and not everybody can because of the payment issues. If you can get a Shopify store, by and far, Shopify sellers are outperforming our platform sellers right now. This is the truth. Shopify sellers are outperforming platform sellers. Okay? I'm telling you that for your own good. I want you to succeed. Shopify sellers are outperforming platform sellers right now. Now, this could be for a number of reasons. Platform sellers, typically, if you're newer, you're on the platform, right? So that's one reason. Another reason, though, is Facebook and has gotten a little more sophisticated with some of their algorithms, and it doesn't seem like they like platforms very much anymore. Anyway, we've got some announcements to make on that later after Mother's Day. But back on point now, top selling add-on products. Make sure you have add-ons turned on in Shopify. You need to make sure you're using our Shine On product page. Make sure you're using our product page because that's where you can add your add-ons and make extra moolah. Everybody likes extra moolah. Everybody likes it. So top selling add-ons, turn these on. So first of all, the Lux Box. So ignore Forever Linked here. Right? That's just a placeholder for this. What I want you to pay attention to is the Lux Box. This thing has like a 30 or 40% take rate on every product that's on. Okay? It's you got to turn this on. If you're not turning it on, I'm sorry, you're just losing money. You're leaving money on the table. There's $24,000 million pouring into this thing, and you're leaving some of that on the table. Okay? So you don't want to do that. Turn Lux Box on. You're going to make some money if you do. Love Not earrings. Love Not earrings. This is another one that's selling really well for us right now. Again, Love Not is one of our top sellers. Love Not earrings pairs perfectly with that. Is an add-on or post-purchase upsell. If you want some money, add that. You'll increase your AOVs. You'll take home more profit. You'll scale your campaigns to the moon, and you'll make a lot of moms happy. Make a lot of moms very, very happy, which is the goal at the end of the day. All right, this is supposed to be CZ Studs, so ignore the name there. But the CZ Studs, this is another great one, right? So, if you're not selling Love Not, sell these. It goes with Eternal Hope. It goes with Alluring Beauty. It goes with Forever Love, okay? You can sell these too. These are selling like hotcakes right now. I'm telling you, people, they're selling like hotcakes. And then finally, the gift wrap kit. So, a lot of people they do not want to go to a store these days. And, you're on a website and you're like, hey, wait a minute, I can get the gift and like a little gift bag at the same time. Of course, take my money. That's people's mindset. They're like, take my money. Okay. So make sure you have the gift wrap kit turned on. Again, lots of people taking this right now because it makes the gift giving part of the season easy. All right. Okay, and then finally, this one's super important, people. I wish more people had this on. In fact, it's a little bit disappointing to me how few people have this on. So package protection. All right. You can turn this on right here in the platform. Okay. You can turn this on. It's in the add-on section. And it will put this little thing in your cart, your shopping cart. Now it's on by default in the shopping cart. It's on by default. This has a 70% take rate, people. 70% across all of your Shine On orders. 70%. So you get an extra like $1.50 an order just by having this on. Turn this on. Turn this on, please. Help yourself. Turn this on. You'll make extra money on literally every order. 70 orders. 70 out of 100 orders will have this on. You'll make an extra $1.50. Okay? You've got to do this. You got to do this. It's like $115 extra or something like that on every 100 orders. So it's good money. Turn that on. Turn it on. Okay? All right. I want you, before I go on any further, I want everyone to write package protection in the chat. Package protection in the chat. I want to make sure you heard me loud and clear. Package protection in the chat, please. Package protection in the chat, please. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see what else you got here. Yeah, Sabrina says, let's see. It's automatically on when you put the product in the cart, then it pops up. I assume Sabrina is referring to package protection here. And then she also follows up, if you're using the Shine On template. That is the key. You got to make sure you're using our template, but you get some extra money if you do. So let's go. All right, there we go. Package protection, package protection. There we go. There we go. All right. Yes, please go turn this on. If you're on a Shopify store, go turn this on. If you don't know how to do it and you have an account manager, hit up an account manager. Go look at our YouTube channel. We've got YouTube videos on it. Hit up support. Okay? Hit up support. Package protection in the chat. That works. All right. All right. Ads. You guys ready for some ads? We're going to talk about ads too. I told you this is going to be one of the most valuable Coffee with Michaels, maybe ever. Maybe ever. Definitely this year. Maybe ever. Maybe for all eternity. Though I doubt it. I doubt it. There will definitely be next week's will probably be better than this. We're going up from here. We're going up from here, baby. Every day we're getting 1% better over here. All right. Let's go. We're going to talk about Facebook first. Facebook first. We're going to do a little Q&A at the end. We're going to wrap this up. Facebook first. All right, Facebook creatives. Okay, I'm going to tell you basically. If here's where we're at, people. You should have by now created a bunch of phrases. All right. You know what? You know what? Let's pause right here for a minute. Here's what I expect all of you to do. Okay, go out and make at least 10. 20 would be better. Unique phrases and designs. You can use one design and have 20 different phrases on it if that's how you want to do it. And all those phrases, they need to be things that you think are going to move people emotionally. Okay. I want you to do it. You need at least 10. I'd prefer you to have 20 ready to test. You can use the same design. All right. For all of them, you can use like a design template. But I want you testing different phrases. Okay. This is very important. I want all of you to do that. Take some action after this. Don't just sit here and listen to it. Drink your coffee, get your dopamine kick. None of that's free. It is going to cost you some action. Okay. So after this, I really want you to make at least 10 phrases that you're going to test. Okay. 10 of them. All right. I would prefer 20. I'd prefer 20. 10 is like a passing grade. Okay. You're going to get like a D- on 10. But if you did 20, that gets you into more like acceptable territory. It's like C+ range. If they're amazing phrases, I'll give you like a B-, something like that. 30 would be better. 30 is where you're getting into A territory. If you want an A, if you're an A student, I'd like to see 30, please. Okay. So 10, 20, or 30, that's how I feel about it. But you need to take some action after this. All right. Take action after this. Okay. I got one question. I'm gonna run past it. Okay. Does package protection conflict with route? Is route worth it? Are they the same thing? Okay. Package protection is basically our version of route. So route, you pay route a certain fee on every single order, and they just keep 100% of it. We will actually insure the order for you and actually share the proceeds with you. Okay. We'll share the proceeds with you. So our stuff is hands down 1,000 times better than route. in my opinion, my humble opinion. Okay, ads, Facebook. Let's talk about it. Facebook creatives. The purpose of a creative on Facebook. This is probably where you should start your testing. By the way, even Kirsta, when he's doing his testing, he typically starts on Facebook. He tries to get some sales on Facebook and some signal that he's on to something. Then he moves to TikTok. Okay. So Facebook's a great and easy way to test before you move to TikTok. So the creatives, the number one purpose of your creative is to stop the scroll. That's the number one purpose. You want to stop the scroll. Okay. There's a few different ways you can do this. You can see 4 examples of creatives up here at the top. So example number 1, you can see we've got this transparent box over the phrase with a call to action, right? It draws attention to both the call to action, but also to the necklace piece. But the phrase is a little bit obscured, right? But so this is an option you can try. Okay. Number 2, you can put something up at the top like I didn't expect this. So you can use like kind of a white box and then use emotionally charged language, right? That's kind of the important part. You'll see number 2 and 3, they kind of use the same thing. You want to use emotionally charged language on this, okay? I didn't expect this, or I cried reading this. Emotionally charged language, okay? Again, the goal is to stop the scroll and to get them to look at what you want them to look at, which ultimately is going to be the phrase. And then finally, you can put the offer directly inside of the ad creative. So you can see here, free luxury box upgrade, right? Focuses on the offer, which is a key conversion factor, and it creates urgency and a sense of action. Okay. Excuse me. Creates urgency and a need for action. So free Lux box upgrade up there at the top. Okay. So here's some ideas, things you can do. Obviously, you can also run without any of this and just do the message card, which we've done in the past and we've had lots of success with. But my point is you have options. Try different things. Okay. All right. All right. Now, what strategy should you use for your test? What strategy should you use for your test? Well, at ShineOn, we have endorsed the Dirty 30 method. The Dirty 30 method. This Kirsta came up with this. It's world famous by now. The Dirty 30 method. So here's how this works. Again, we're talking about Facebook here. All right, we're talking about Facebook. So first, you want a $6 campaign, $6 CBO campaign for landing page views. $6 CBO campaign for landing page views, right? One campaign, one ad set, and one ad. It should be the ad you're testing down here. Okay, all these ads should be the same. Okay, so one CBO campaign for landing page views, $6 a day with one audience, one ad. All right. Then what you're going to do, here's where the 30 comes from in the Dirty 30. You're going to make 2 CBO campaigns with purchase conversion as the objective, right? Each of these are going to have a budget of $30 and they're going to have one ad set and one ad. So the idea here is that you would, these are going to be duplicates of each other. So the idea here is that you create the first CBO campaign and then you'd straight up duplicate it to make your second CBO campaign, right? That's how you're going to do this. So here's some rules. One campaign, one ad set, one ad. You want click attribution to be 1 day inside of the attribution settings. You want your audience to be roughly 20 million people, 20 million on the audience size or more. Start your campaign at 12 a.m. on the following day. You want it to run for 1.5 days. So again, you're having 2 campaigns at $30. So you're spending $60 a day. You want it to run for 1.5 days. So you're roughly going to spend $90 on the test. You want to use a single creative. Don't use dynamic. And cross out the enhancements, like the audience enhancement stuff when you're choosing your audience. All right. So this is how you want to do it. This is how you want to set it up. You're going to let it spend the $90. Here's how you're going to track your performance on it. So first of all, you're looking for purchases. Don't get lost in all the other data. Okay. Do not get lost in clicks and all that other stuff. Just ignore all that. You're looking at purchases, right? This is a testing method. We're trying to keep things simple here. Look for purchases. All the other data can fluctuate quite dramatically. Assess performance at $90. Keep in mind that on Facebook, attribution data is not always the greatest. So you may need to look at the campaign level in Shopify to see if you're getting purchases. Okay. So assess the performance at $90 and spend. Your goal is to get 2 or 3 purchases in $90. 2 or 3 purchases in $90. That's good. That is a signal that you're onto something. Okay, 2 or 3 purchases in $90. If you only get 1 purchase, maybe test it, tweak it a little bit more, but you're not onto something that you're ready to start scaling with, right? Change the creative up, maybe alter the phrase just a little bit and see if it works. So you're going to go test that one again. You're going to put that one through a round 2. Okay, continue only on the performing campaign. So again, on the campaigns where you get 2 or 3 purchases, those are the ones you want to focus on. And you can scale by adding more dirty 30s. Scale by adding more dirty 30s. Okay, and then finally, let the results come. Don't force them. This is a big one for new people. You try to force results. You're seeing people posting screenshots and all that kind of stuff. You've maybe watched YouTube videos. You really want to make this thing work and you're forcing the results. Don't do that. I promise you, when you find a winning product, you will know it. The analogy I like to use is about fishing, right? Imagine you're on the back of a boat in the middle of the ocean and you're fishing for a whale, okay? And you've got your rod, right, out there, and you got, some tuna or whatever it is on the end of that rod, and you catch a whale. Let me ask you the question. Are you going to know if you caught a whale? Are you going to know if you caught a whale? If you're sitting on the back of a boat holding the rod, whale fishing, and a whale comes by and takes the bait, are you going to know it? Of course you're going to know it. You're probably going to be wet. You're going to be pulled off of the boat, more than likely, right? You will absolutely know when you get a winning product. This is the truth. It's a rocket, right? Trust me. Here's kind of what happens. When you have a winning product, it takes you for a ride. You're always trying to keep up with it, okay? It's a good problem to have, but that's a winning product. It takes off without you. It's like a wild horse that you can't control. It just takes off and you're on top of it, just along for the ride, okay? Non-winning products is constantly the other way around. You're constantly trying to make them do something that they just don't want to do, right? Don't spend your time and effort there. Instead, follow the process I'm laying out. Get your winning product, test it just like this. If you got 2 or 3 purchases, try to scale it with dirty 30s. Okay, try to scale it with dirty 30s. All right, TikTok. Then we're going to do some Q&A and we'll wrap up. TikTok. Okay, oh no. What's going on? Hang on, people. Oh, I got signed out. Okay, give me a second here. Did this last time too. Every week it's signing me out of the account and it's doing it during my coffee with Michaels. I'll have to try to fix that. All right, I'm going back to the video. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay. So what we've got here, we have 2 different TikTok Okay. What we've got here is 2 different TikTok creatives. 2 different TikTok creatives. I'm going to play them both, and I want you to guess which one converted better. Okay. So I'll play the first one. Can everybody hear the music? You guys let me know if you can hear the music. I'll play it again for a second. Can you guys hear that? Let me know in the chat. Yes. Okay. All right. Good. Okay, I'm going to start it over. Here we go. I'm going to play them both, and I want you to tell me which one you thought converted better, or which one you think would convert better. All right, now the next one, right? So that was not video number 1. Okay, here comes video number 2. All right, give me your votes in the chat. Which one do you think did better, video 1 or video 2? Video 1 or video 2? Let's see some votes in the chat. What do you think? Gary's a video 2, Emma 2. Let's see, Emma says no 2. All right, number 2. My bad. 2, 1, number 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. There we go. 1, 1, 2, 2. It's kind of dead even, isn't it? 1, 1, 1, 1. The second, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. Who's keeping track here? I'm gonna need a count here at the end of this. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Okay. All right, you guys get the point. Looks like, just gauging it here, that looks fairly dead even. Let's see. You guys ready? You guys ready? Drum roll. There we go. Oh man, my slides got jacked up. Anyway, winner was number 1. The winner was video number 1 here. I'm going to play it again for you. Number 2 is the loser. Okay, we're going to talk about why in just a second. So the winner was number 1. By the way, it won 3 by 3-fold. Okay, the click-through rate on video 1 was 3 times the click-through rate on video 2. Okay, we're going to talk about that in just a second. In fact, let's talk about it first, then I'll come back and play them both so you can take some lessons home. Oh, man. Jeez. All right. This was the winner. Okay. It had a 1.5% click-through rate versus 0.5 on the loser. Okay. Video 1 over video 2. Look, both videos have a storyline and a hook, which you have to have in TikTok. If you want anybody to click anything, you need your hook, you need your storyline. Here are the differences: the music, the tempo, and the suspense. Okay. So one of them did a little better job with the storytelling than the other one. That's kind of what the takeaway is here. So TikTok is about creating stories. One of these created a story a little bit better than the other one. We're going to go back and we're going to kind of analyze that so you can see it again. So let's pop back up here and let's talk about it for a second. So here's the winner. Here's the loser. All right. So notice like the storytelling already. What I usually buy mom. This automatically starts off like a story. This could be the first line of a children's book, right? Like the first part of it. Obviously it's a fragment of a sentence versus this one, which is more of a statement. Time to make a change. Okay. So right away, you've kind of got, there are different storytelling elements in both of them. Well, let's play this one and we'll talk about it. What I usually buy mom for Mother's Day. Junk. Versus what I got her this year. Best message too. Wow, the jewelry's spot on. It's emotional. You saw the emoji in there. It ends with a call to action. There's one more piece to this though. Let's see if anybody caught it. I'm gonna play it one more time. Let's see if I can figure it out. This right here, I'm pretty sure that's not in the other video. It builds suspense a little bit, okay? Let's watch this one now. This is the loser. Time to make a change. Again, it's a statement. It's not really about storytelling. The music is a little different. Mom deserves better as well. Look at that. Mom deserves better. Again, it's statements. There's no storytelling. It's statements, all right? It reads like an ad and not like user-generated content or a review, right? Notice too, there's no transition. It doesn't go to black screen and do verses. There's no suspense building here. It cuts straight from this into the gift. Watch that. Bam, right there. Everybody saw it, right? It just transitioned into the product. Again, it's a small detail. It's a small detail, but there's some nuance here, but it's important to pay attention to it because one of them had a 3x click-through rate. Why? Right? It's your job to learn how to puzzle this out, okay? The video on the left clearly does a better job with the storytelling than the video on the right. Then it cuts to, again, more statements. Look at this. She will love this. It's so shiny. The weight they're still. Then it says, this message will melt her heart. Dude, it reads like an ad. Everybody should be, are you guys feeling this? Are you picking up what I'm putting down here? Do you see what I'm talking about? How the one on the right reads like an ad, and And the one on the left, it feels more user generated, more native, more like a review almost. Everybody with me on that? Let me know if you're tracking with me in the chat here. Let me know if you're tracking with me in the chat. I'm gonna play out the rest of this one. We're gonna go back over one more time. Tap shop now below. So we've got the call to action there, which is good. You want to end with the call to action. Let's go back to this one. This is the winner. This is the one I want you to focus on. Again, storytelling. We're not making statements. We're doing storytelling here. And the one on the left, the one on the right is an ad. The one on the left is a story. That is the difference. Don't write ads on TikTok. Write stories on TikTok. Okay? Everybody with me? Let's go back. What I usually buy mom for Mother's Day versus what I got her this year. Best message to. Wow, the jewelry was spot on. Okay, that part's important to me, right? Because just you don't have to replicate this, okay? I'm just teasing out why this works. I want you to think about this. So if you, in the first part of this ad, it's like a build up to Mother's Day, okay? What I usually buy mom for Mother's Day versus what I got her this year. Okay, then it goes best message to there. Now, boom. You're going to notice it's almost like we enter a wormhole, okay? Because the next cut, it feels like it's after Mother's Day. It feels like he bought it for Mother's Day, best message to. Then it's like he shifts into results. It shifts into results. Watch. All of this is like framing up, look what I bought her this year. And then it goes, wow, the jewelry was spot on. Was, past tense. The jewelry was spot on. It's almost like this is what I got her this year. And then boom, it was spot on. There were results, right? So again, there's some nuance here. I'm not telling you got to get this complicated and this deep with all of your TikTok ads. I am trying to tease out why it worked though. Okay, it's important because you need to think deeply about this if you also want to make it work on TikTok. All right, let's keep going. Okay, you can test with new hooks. All right, so after you've made a video and it kind of works, if you want to test with it where you have a winning product and you're trying to figure out, maybe people aren't watching it or something like that, you can test with new hooks and new variations to see if that improves the stats. So check this out. This is just a new hook. It's very short. That you could put at the front of the video to see if you can carry people along. So here's another one. See, it's just a new hook. It's just the first 3 seconds. Okay, we're trying something else to see if you can improve that click-through rate. You can do the same thing as well. So if it's not working, try a new hook. Okay, now you can also use TikTok's video generator. This thing, it kind of analyzes the video and it will put together stuff for you. It can make 3 to 5 variations, super easy. You can go in and add captions and do your own voiceover or pay somebody in Fiverr to do it. Here's an example of what TikTok does with its own generator. So you can always try something like that. Look, this is kind of lazy in my opinion. I don't think this is going to work very well, but it gives you more to try. Okay. That's really the takeaway. You can try something like this. Maybe it'll give you an idea, that kind of thing. You can use Canva to make videos. I'm seeing lots of people ask how to make these. You can do this in Canva. Canva will allow you to edit video now. That's where we've edited a ton of them. You can also use more sophisticated programs like you can use Adobe Premiere, which is paid. You can use, there's one called Camtasia. There's all kinds of stuff now on your phone. Man, what is the name of there's one, it's escaping me, but there's a really good software on your phone, like an iPhone, that you can use to edit video. There's tons of stuff out there now. Lots of stuff you can just use right in your web browser. It's kind of unbelievable, the tools that are out there. So InShot, there we go. InShot is the one I'm thinking of. Yep. Thank you, Facebook user. Also, back to, let's see, Facebook user says, man, Facebook users dropping bombs on today's Coffee with Michael. It's very easy to create cool videos for TikTok and Canva. Yeah, Canva is another great place. So again, Canva is perfect. It's a one-stop shop. You can do message cards. You can also do your videos right there inside of Canva. All right, TikTok testing structure, okay? TikTok's testing structure. You want to use an ABO, which is ad set budget optimization. You're going to want to use kind of a 1-4-1 for your structure. So what that means is you've got one ABO campaign. You have 4 different ad groups right here, 4 different ad groups. These are, TikTok's equivalent to an ad set. And then the same ads, right? One creative variation per ad group. So you're going to have different creative variations per ad group. Again, on TikTok, a lot of what you're doing is testing the creative because the creative is everything on TikTok. It's kind of an intense process. So you have one complete payment is your objective. That's TikTok's equivalent to purchase conversions. One complete payment objective. It's an ABO campaign. You're going to have one angle per ad group and one ad variation per ad group. Start the campaign at 12 p.m. That's just like on the Facebook side. Use broad targeting, only restrict the ages. So what we mean by that is, do 25 to 34, 35 to 44, 45 to 54, that kind of thing. You can restrict by ages if you want. Only use TikTok's placement. Only use TikTok's placement. So you want broad targeting here. We get a lot of questions about TikTok's algorithm because we do broad targeting. Here's how the algorithms stack up in my mind. First, you have billboard algorithms up here at the top, right? Completely cavemanish. There's basically no algorithm, really. Then you have Snapchat's algorithm. They're improving, but it still feels like Snapchat is even kind of in the Stone Ages. Why Snapchat couldn't be TikTok is beyond me, right? They probably could have been and they weren't. Then you have Facebook's algorithm, right? Facebook's algorithm, which is probably the second most powerful, but then you have TikTok's. TikTok's algorithm is insane, people. It is insane, okay? TikTok's algorithm is insane, okay? So you can trust the TikTok algorithm. Trust the TikTok algorithm. All right, tracking performance and troubleshooting. First of all, your objectives. You want to get 2 purchases on your test. 2 purchases on your test. Assess performance at $120 in spend. So again, you got to spend a little bit more money on TikTok than Facebook to get statistically significant results. Continue only the performing campaigns, right? Turn the others off. Scale horizontally just by adding more ad groups. Okay, more ad groups. Let the results come. Don't try to force them. I think I already talked about that. No spend's a common issue. What you can do, change from purchase or complete purchase, complete payment, to add to cart objective, increase the budget and just cut faster, or try new creatives, right? Try new creatives. Okay, so that's how you test, right? Pretty simple. I'm not going to go over it all again. Oh man, all these videos are going to take me forever. Okay, I'm not going back over that. That's how you test. You can watch Coffee with Michael again and go back and pause if you want to see the ad structures. All right, we're going to do some wrap up. Let's do some Q&A really quick, and then we're going to wrap this baby up. Q&A, then we're going to wrap this up. So what questions do you have? What questions do you have? What questions do you have? Isn't Straighten Your Crown copyrighted now? I do not know. There's copyright databases you can go check. Really not sure. Dave, how do you use the same ad ID for landing page views and CBO? What you can do is you can actually go preview the ad in the browser, and it gives you the ad ID in the browser slug, the URL slug. And then what you can do is inside of Facebook on the ad page, you can go to, use existing ad instead of create a new, and it'll ask you for an ad ID. You can paste it there. Another place you can get the ad IDs is inside of Facebook. It's the page post section. A lot of people don't go there very much, so you're gonna have to hunt around for it. But you can go to page post and you can see the ad there, and it gives you the ID at the top. You can grab the ID there, and then that's what you want. You can use existing ID on new campaigns and ad sets. But also, if you just duplicate the campaign, usually it will just use the same ad. It'll ask you if you want to create a new ad or use the existing one. Use the existing one. Shipping deadline for Mother's Day. I covered that at the beginning of Coffee with Michael. I'd highly recommend go back and take a look. I might have it in a slide here at the end too. I'm not sure. We'll find out in a minute. Where can we see the in-depth training of Dirty 30? There's going to be another video posted to YouTube over the weekend. It was of the session I did with Kirsta probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he actually shows Facebook and TikTok, and he walks you through exactly how to create it. So keep your eyes peeled. You'll see that on YouTube. Man, we should have it up today, so it should definitely be up there over the weekend. Let's see. Tammy, great advice here. Type Dirty 30 in the search. You'll see tons of Kirsta posts. That's true. Here we go. Adam, page post is under the ads category. That's right. Thank you. When Facebook ads, do we have to apply Dirty 30 or CBO and Dirty 30? It's a little bit of a weird question. So when you're creating a Facebook ad campaign, it asks you if you want ABO or CBO for your spending method. You want to choose CBO there. And then Dirty 30, it's going to, it's also going to ask you for the budget, and you're going to want to put $30 as the budget. That's where that's coming from. Hope that makes sense. Sabrina, I had one product with a click-through rate of over 15%, but just got added to carts. I don't understand where there's a problem to buy. Well, it could be, here's what I would ask. Is there a reason people are clicking on the image of the product because like they can't read it in the ad, right? Is there something that like they're trying to get more out of your ad and they're clicking the ad to do that, but then it drops them on the landing page. They get whatever that question is answered and then they bounce, right? I've seen this before where like if the message card on the ad is too tiny, people will click it because they want to read the message card. But then when they read it, they don't want it anymore. They bounce and it gives you a high click-through rate. So it could be something like that. It could also be a conversion element on your page that's scaring people away. I would go test how fast your page is loading. If you have any annoying pop-ups on your page, I'd pull up your page in an incognito window in Google and literally try to go through like a customer and buy and see what the experience is like. Think through that. Also, you want to make sure that your ad and your landing page are congruent, right? So when people click your ad, the website loads, you want to make sure they feel like they're in the right place. Okay. So typically what I recommend is you don't have to do this. You can kind of break this rule, but typically what I recommend is the ad image, the image that's in your ad is also the first image that loads on the landing page. Hope that was helpful. Broad on TikTok Manager, but hashtags, we keep it broad. We keep it broad and it works. Works really well. Again, it goes back to the TikTok algorithm being powerful. Sandy, how do we place a link to buy now with a link to the platform for the necklace? I don't understand that question. I'm not sure what you're asking there. All right, let's do like 2 more. Then we're going to wrap this up. Gwen, do you run the landing page view for a few days before starting the Dirty 30 campaign? No, we just run it simultaneously is all. We're just tickling the algorithm there is all we're doing. We're giving Facebook what they want in hopes they give us what we want. Let's see. Facebook user, how do you do scaling on TikTok? Is the same at Facebook? There are some things that are the same, some things are different. TikTok is very creative heavy. You have to test way more creatives on TikTok than you do on Facebook. I'd encourage you to go to our YouTube channel, search for Mother's Day Crash Course Part 2, where we go deep into ads with Kirsta. It should be posted sometime today, so it's definitely going to be there over the weekend. I would watch that whole thing because Kirsta goes really deep into all things ads. Shouldn't we start with TikTok first? No, we typically start on Facebook to test the phrase and the message first. And then once it works on Facebook, then we go to TikTok. The problem there is that TikTok ads are much more difficult to make than Facebook ads. So we use Facebook to kind of test, and then we scale inside of TikTok. It's kind of how we do it. We scale on Facebook too, but that's kind of the process we use. All right, what's Dirty 30? Go back and watch a video. This one. All right, I'm going to do, let's see, one more maybe. Look, what's the ad spend TikTok limit on TikTok? Facebook user, do not spam the question in the chat over and over again. I know you're asking. The reason I'm not picking this is because it's an unclear question, right? What's the ad spend limit on TikTok? What are you asking? Like, are you asking what we suggested a minute ago? Or are you asking about the cap inside of TikTok itself? Like, it's an unclear question. I want to answer it, but I'm not clicking on it because it's not clear. So here, and also it's kind of rude to be spamming it over and over again in the chat here. Yeah. So anyway, Kirsta says 4 ad groups at $50. 4 ad groups at $50 is what's recommended. And you test it after $120 in spend. Okay. Hopefully that answers the question. All right. See anything else? I think we're doing good. I think we covered a lot of questions. All right. I'm going to move to wrap up, and I want to end with a quote. It's the same quote I ended with last week, but I want you guys to hear it again. Okay, wrap up. Don't miss out Mother's Day. This is the big kahuna. This is where you need to be paying attention. May 8th is the big one. USA, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, all huge English-speaking countries with a ton of discretionary income. You want to be focusing here for your Mother's Day sales. It's going in the USA. We are scaling right now in the USA. Also, if you're relatively new, you got a product, you think it's a winner, you're getting sales on it, and you've never scaled before, highly recommend you go check out this program. We partnered with Mario Menduni. He's scaled a ton of products for us. He has a very proven track record. He's got a done with you scaling program. You can go to shineonscalingwithmario.com, shineonscalingwithmario.com to sign up for a free call with Mario, and you can find out if you've got a product that he thinks he can help you scale. Again, if it's your first time scaling, you may only get to $100,000 in revenue or $150,000 in revenue. But if you use somebody's help that's done it before, you could potentially take it to $500,000 in revenue or $1 million in revenue. You can 5 and 10x your results. So I highly recommend you look into that. Finally, if you enjoy what we do here at Shine On, if you enjoy Shine On, the platform, the opportunities, the products, the Coffee with Michaels, the Digital Marketers Toast, the community, whatever it is, I want you to tell your friends about it. You can earn some money. You need at least 100 sales to unlock this, but inside of your dashboard, go to analytics, referrals. You can see a referral link up in the top right. Hit that link, hit the link, and share the link with your friends. If they sign up through the link and they get a sale, you'll get some money. All right, quickly, I want to read this quote for you, and then I'm going to let you go. This is what the print-on-demand game is about. This is what digital marketing is about. This is why you're here. It's because of the unlimited potential that we offer. So here goes. This is a quote. This quote's dynamite. Outsized returns often come from betting against conventional wisdom, and conventional wisdom is usually right. Given a 10% chance of 100 times payoff, you should take that bet every time. I'm going to read that part again. Given a 10% chance of 100 times payoff, you should take that bet every time. But you're still going to be wrong 9 times out of 10. We all know that if you swing for the fences, you're going to strike out a lot, but you're also going to hit some home runs. The difference between baseball and print on demand, okay, that's my edit. The difference between baseball and print on demand, however, is that print on demand has a truncated outcome that baseball has a truncated outcome distribution. When you swing, no matter how well you connect with the ball, the most runs you can ever get is 4. In print on demand, every once in a while, when you step up to the plate, you can score 1,000 runs. This long-tailed distribution of returns is why it's important to be bold. Big winners pay for so many experiments, right? So in this game, right, you'll have, in the quote, we talk about a 10% chance of 100 times a return. in this game with Shine On, you have a 1% chance of 1,000 or 10,000 time return, right? It's a bet you should take literally every time, but it takes some work to get there. Okay. It takes some work to hone in on your winner. All right. I hope everybody feels inspired. Hope everybody feels like you learned some golden nuggets today and you're ready to go take the bull by the horns and get to the top of this mountain and claim your winner, claim your portion of that $24,000 million pie that's pouring into Mother's Day. Let's do it. Till next time, if you haven't started selling with us, let's go. Shineon.com. Take 60 seconds to sign up. If you're on YouTube, join our Facebook group, bit.ly/go Shine On, or in Facebook, search for Shine On Profits on Demand. If you're on Facebook, you're not on your YouTube channel, go check that out. YouTube.com/C/Shine On POD, and follow us on Instagram @Shine On. Till I see you guys again. Happy selling, everybody. Hope you have a great weekend. Catch you later. Peace.